Ciao! Welcome back to a new video. Ladies and gentlemen, spoiler leaks and previews are now out for My Hero Academia's next upcoming chapter 305. And yo, you just know a chapter is about to be literally out of this world. Legend, wait for it, Dairy, when the spoilers are literally trending over on Twitter right now. Guys, at the end of the day, it's not a good thing for spoilers to be trending, but fucking MHA supremacy, woo! We are trending out here. But anyway, without any further delays, as always, be sure to check out the official release of the My Hero Academia manga, which comes out this week, Sunday, March 14th, as it does every week. Support the official release as it does support the author of the My Hero Academia manga, Kohei Horikoshi. With that being said, let's just jump straight into the spoiler leaks and preview. Alright, jumping straight into it without a moment's hesitation, My Hero Academia returns with chapter 305, titled Midoriya Izuku and Shigaraki Tomura. Ooh. Midoriya Izuku and Shigaraki Tomura. With a title to a chapter like that, oh my lord, let's just dive straight into it. The chapter starts with Nana Shimura asking Deku if he can actually kill Shigaraki or not, taking off seconds where last week's chapter ended. Deku was surprised to hear the question, and Nana explained that it's not that she asked him to kill Shigaraki, she only wanted to know Deku's resolution. So she pretty much is testing Deku, I believe. And Nana said she sympathized with Deku's feeling where he thought Shigaraki looked like someone who is asking for help. I've said this for a long time, but I genuinely believe, like, if Shigaraki just needs a kick to go in the right way, like a few years in prison and he'll be fine. Banjo, the fifth user, explained that although they see that Shigaraki looked like someone who is suffering and he might need help, he didn't seem like he was asking for help. Even in that situation, Banjo only saw hatred in Shigaraki's eye. It's interesting because obviously Deku can see the good in people, and that's what makes him one of the best users for One For All. The first user explained that he was raised that way by All For One, so All For One could take over his body and use it to take One For All. Banjo explained that All For One has failed twice to take One For All. First time was with himself, and the second time was with the sixth user named N. His name meant smoke, since One For All's principle is One For All can only be controlled using the user's will. Also, the origin of One For All is that they won't yield to All For One in order to force One For All to surrender. All For One needs a will that is stronger than of One For All itself, and One For All might be using Shigaraki's strong hatred for that. So there's quite a lot of text in this chapter that obviously a lot of this is going to change in the official translation. So as always, be sure to read the official translations, or at the very least the fan translations. But anyway, it goes on to say the first user explained that the objective of One For All is the power to defeat All For One. All might seem to have accomplished that job, but All For One came back. Nana then explained that Shigaraki is her grandson and she separated herself from him in order to fight All For One. It's ironic that she did that, and in the end, All For One turned out to be Shigaraki. She felt horrible for pushing the responsibility of the falling adults to a 16-year-old Deku. Finally, someone logically coming up with the reason that, yo, these kids are literally 16 and they're tasked with stopping terrorists. It happens in a lot of anime, like 16-year-olds literally stopping terrorists. Fucking hilarious. But if Shigaraki became the complete monster, no one would be able to stop him. Nana also explained that in this world there are people who won't be able to understand no matter how hard you try, and there are people who are beyond saving. So she wanted to know if, although that person looked like they're asking for help, but it is not someone you can help, will Deku be prepared to stop him even if he has to kill Shigaraki Tomura? Ooh, shit spicing up. Izuku explains that when he and Shigaraki were in the vestige, although he felt such strong hatred in the deepest place of Shigaraki's consciousness, he felt like he saw a kid crying. And we see this absolutely beautiful panel of Shigaraki and Deku as children. honestly, it's beautiful, not gonna lie. Deku continued to explain that had fought many villains, but in the end he could only fight to stop them and not save them. If he knew why they became villains, the result of the fight might be different. Deku then said that he had learned from All Might that One for All is not the power to kill, but the power to save. Deku then continued to explain his reasoning, and the first user, and Nana, looked satisfied with the answer. The panel then shows, from what I can see, Nana crying and telling Deku to send Gran Torino her regards once he wakes up. So it is confirmed Gran Torino is alive. Now, you guys know my stance on this. I do not agree with this. A lot of fans attack other series, for example, Black Clover or One Piece, for not killing off characters, and Gran Torino surviving, in my opinion, is not good. No, not good. Not good. To let it go and start cooperating with Deku so they can unlock the full power of One for All, that the reasons they are facing the wall is because they haven't acknowledged Deku is the current wielder, and that is how the chapter ends. That is pretty much the fan translations to the text, that the chapter that we see. The few panels that are out, the Nana panels look absolutely amazing. The Deku panel with Shigaraki looks honestly so good. I believe I'm going to use that as the thumbnail for today's video. The panel is just a child Deku walking up to Shigaraki. Shigaraki's like holding the dog that he like blew up. And it's honestly such a horrifying panel, and it gets even more horrifying, the fact that Deku is also a child. Like, you can understand that Shigaraki's a child because obviously he's still stuck in that child mentality. He never had a chance to grow. He was brainwashed from a very young age. But the fact that Deku is also a child in that form, I feel like is really interesting. We do see more of child Deku, even in the vestige state. I do also want to point out, we do once again see the two users of One for All that are facing the wall, and as the close-up shot goes, this is no longer a joke. That dude looks like Kirishima, and that dude looks like Bakugo. Now, obviously, for those of you that know, there's been a widespread theory that Bakugo time travels in My Hero Academia and with Kirishima and ends up being one of the users of One for All. That is why these two people are hidden in this realm right now, because that would obviously reveal Kirishima and Bakugo. These two exactly look how Kirishima and Bakugo would look like. One of them even has the Bakugo gauntlets, for fuck's sake. So I'm actually excited to see if the time travel theory will come true, because that has been one of the wildest theory in the My Hero Academia verse, and honestly, it is crazy. But after this chapter, man, I don't know. It's starting to come real. Anyway, what did you think of My Hero Academia's next upcoming chapter 305? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. My name is Jimmy, as always. Peace.